Hi Aries, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective January reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements and you're likely to find a message in there. You will find all of the other placements in the playlists. So let's get straight into it. Spirit, can we get some cards, please? For Aries for January. So we only want one more, please, Spirit. Me too, then. That's fine. It is Christmas Eve here in the UK. Happy Christmas to those of you that celebrate it. I hope you have a lovely evening and a lovely day tomorrow. So your overall energy then for January, we have the Queen of Spring. I've just had that for Leo, but it was their beginning of the month. So the Queen of Spring then, so believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintaining a balance between work and home life. The Queen of Spring is somebody that's got a lot of passion and a lot of drive towards whatever she wants. Now, you can be a masculine queen. Gender is fluid in tarot. It is just personality traits, so take it as it resonates for you. Very much suggesting here that you are going to be feeling very confident within the month of January. You're going to have a lot of self-love as well. And you're going to know what it is that you want, and you're going to be very passionate and driven towards it, which is a lovely energy to be going into the month with. So at the start of the month, then we have the Eight of Spring. So stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. So there could be something coming in at the beginning of the month, potential communication as well. This is very much a card of fast, passionate communication coming towards you. It could simply be that you're doing a lot all at once, or it could even be maybe you're looking at moving, and you will be potentially moving properties or going on a big trip at the beginning of January. Let's get some clarification on that Eight of Spring. Ooh, put those back because they just slid off my thumb. So we have a Nine of Cups, or sorry, no, Nine of Pentacles. So feeling potentially very confident in yourself, very abundant. The Nine of Pentacles is very much having all of your stuff together. Say all your stuff, all your shit together. You have been very, very successful at your job. You have got a lot of security, very independent as well. Now, this doesn't mean you're single, just that you're very independent and you can be independent within relationships. So, yeah, very much suggesting that on your own, you have got a lot going for yourself. And yeah, very successful and abundant, very much about to become an empress in your own right. We have an Eight of Cups. Now, that came out to the side. So it does suggest to me that you are currently in a decision, or somebody's in a decision. I mean, it could be that somebody's seeing you as single and available and they're coming towards you with a message. Now, the Eight of Cups can be two things. So, in the upright, it's very much you walking away from something, a situation, a thought process, something that no longer serves you. You've got rid of it, you're leaving it in the, behind, you're walking away from it into things that are new. So potentially old relationships, you're walking away from them, people, places. Like I say, it could even be thought patterns. So certain things, certain beliefs that you may have had, you realised aren't any they're not relevant for you anymore. So you're walking away from them. In the reverse, it's like you're taking a U-turn and you're changing your mind and you're going back to it. So this could potentially be somebody, either you or somebody is sitting on a fence on whether they want potential reconciliation or want to walk away from something. It's like there's a decision that's not been made yet, and there's a Three of Wands in the reverse. So somebody's lost patience, and that's very much where this Eight of Spring is coming in. So we've very much got somebody that is, it looks to me like somebody wants something, but they don't know what they want. Maybe it could just be closure, but they don't know whether or not it could very well be, maybe you're in a particular situation, maybe you're in a situationship, where one of you wants more than the other. or you don't necessarily know where you stand. What is the status of this situationship? Um, and it could be that somebody's losing patience on finding out what's going on. So there's definitely some communication coming in with regards to this to work out what's actually happening. You know, are you single? Are you not single? What's going on? Um, it could be, like I say, so it could be very much somebody coming in for some potential reconciliation, but don't know whether or not you will accept it. Now, in your challenge, we have the Two of Winter. So, indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and emotional. So, it suggests to me that it's you that needs to make a decision. So, somebody could potentially be coming towards you with an offer of reconciliation, and you might be sitting on it and not deciding, and they're losing patience on this. And part of your challenge is to actually make a decision. You may feel like you don't have enough information. It could be that you're at war between your heart and your head on what you want to do. But very much that is what your challenge is. It is making that decision on what you want to do. So let's get clarification on this Two of Winter. That's why you've got two different outcomes. Depends on what choice you make. Okay, so for clarity then, we've got a Five of Cups. So releasing sorrow and pain from loss is very much what you need to do. We have the Fool card, jumping in with your heart, following your heart, not your head. Having that new start, that leap of faith. We have a Ten of Cups, so there's definitely some sort of falling out here as well. Something that it's like an unhappy family kind of situation. And then we've got an Ace of Wands, starting something that's new and passionate. So to me, this looks very much like you can't decide on whether to move forward into something new, which could potentially cause some sort of unhappy family dynamic, or do you go back into something old? Which we kind of saw already. So this is very much, I love how this is clarifying your choice. It's a rubbish choice, isn't it? So potentially, but if you do move back towards something old, you've got to deal with the unhappiness and the sorrow and the loss, because whatever made you feel like that, you've still got to deal with. There could be a lot of passion in a new start with a person. To me, to be honest with you, whether you go back to somebody or you start something new, it looks as though you're going to be jumping into it with both feet and a lot of passion. But I think you've got a choice here between whether you do something that's going to make your family unhappy, or whether you do something that is just going to stop you feeling sad that you've lost something. So maybe you've got two different people, for instance. One's from the past, and your family may disagree with you rekindling something with them because they may have hurt you a lot. Or you've got, and then you've got a choice of either being on your own or being with somebody new that will stop you feeling the loss as much. But then it could be the other way around. It could be that your family are trying to pressure you into getting back together with your ex, especially if you've got kids. Let's face it, kids always want their parents to be together. And if you get with somebody new, it could be that that causes an unhappy family dynamic. So yeah, it does look as though it's a very hard decision that you've got to make, and I don't envy your decision on that. It does look like it's a very hard one. So good luck on that decision. Now, whatever you decide, we've got a Prince of Spring and we've got a Five of Spring as your outcomes. Now, I don't know which outcome is going to be relevant, because I think it's just going to depend on your situation. If, I mean, they could be the same outcome. I've got a feeling it might even be the same outcome. So I don't think it matters what you decide. This potentially is going to be the outcome that you've got. Um, so the Prince of Spring, then, immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. So very much that passionate new start. So very much going towards something or someone with a lot of fire and a lot of passion. Fire energy here, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So very much your energy. Now it could be you charging in towards somebody. It could be somebody charging in towards you. But very much something that is going to be, there's going to be a lot of energy being given. Somebody that's extremely confident, very passionate, very driven coming in. Like I say, could be you. It could just be that you're putting a lot of passion into a particular relationship or circumstance. And then we have the Five of Spring. So opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. Now this to me, I was saying about the unhappy family. To me, this is very much like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Somebody's going to be unhappy about it and you're going to be challenged about it. You're going to have different opinions and people are not going to be happy regardless of what you do. Um, it could even be that you're at war with yourself. So if you, for instance, take somebody back from the past that's hurt you, you're going to be at war with yourself. You might even be at war with other people that think you've done the wrong thing. If you don't take somebody back and you go with somebody new, you might have, your ex being, you might be at war with your ex, you might be at war with your kids, you might be at war with people in your family that thought that you were a good fit. It could be any number of things. To me, it does look as though you've got to have you've got something new that's coming in that's going to be very passionate and you're going to have a lot of hope and a lot of energy towards it. But at the same time, you're going to have a little bit of drama from the people that you can't please. And let's face it, you can't please everyone. You've got to do what is good for you ultimately and go towards what's best for your higher purpose. And sometimes if it's not being with your ex, if you've got kids, sometimes that's better for them as well. So yeah, let's get some clarification on this Prince of Spring and Five of Spring. It could very well be that if you go one way, it'll give you, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters which way you go. You're going to get some people that are not happy and you're going to have you with a lot of passion and a lot of drive. Interesting. So we've got a Seven of Swords. So it's going to give you a bit of stress and anxiety, potentially some sleepless nights over knowing whether you've made the right decision or not. Okay. It could also be giving someone else a lot of stress and anxiety and possibly some guilt. It could very much could be giving you a bit of guilt as well, especially if you've got children involved. We have a Knight of Pentacles, so very much wondering whether or not you've took the right path, whether you've gone on you're doing the right thing. This can also be somebody that's not knowing where they're going in life. They don't know what path to take. They don't know if they're on the right track. They don't even know what they want. And then we have the Seven of Cups. I think this is you not knowing what you want. In the upright, you've got a lot of choices with the Seven of Cups. In the reverse, you've made a choice. It's like you're sitting on the fence. You know what you want, you know what's good for you, but you haven't took it yet. Or you're still deciding on what's good for you. But it's like you've made a decision and you don't know whether or not you've made the right decision. That's the way that I'm reading this. Very much it's giving you a bit of a guilt, a bit of anxiety because you don't know if you've made the right decision. But at the end of the day, to me, it looks as though it's something that you're going to have. You're going to find a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment with whoever this Prince of Spring is. Obviously, it can be female as well. And you're always going to have people that disagree with things. You just need to have confidence in your decisions. And at the end of the day, whether you've made the right one or the wrong one, you'll find out at some point. Right, let's get you a spirit of the animal oracle as well to see what other messages Spirit's got for you. Dear love, yeah. Be gentle with yourself, you heal with the power of love. See the light in all things, acknowledge your self-worth and grace. That's why you've got that Queen of Summer, sorry, Queen of Spring, because you need to acknowledge your self-worth. You need to make sure that you know your self-worth. You need to have that self-love. And regardless of whether or not you feel like you've made the right decision, you've made that right decision based on what you want at that point in time. As long as you make that decision based on what's best for you, you need to have the confidence in it and know that, your self-love is worth it. Because at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're loving yourself in order to let people know how much they need to love you. If you don't love yourself, then people are not going to think that you need anything. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aries. Let's give you... I didn't give you any of the signs, did I? So, Queen of Spring, Prince of Spring then. So we've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus here with the Pentacles. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. So they're the energies that we've got out. So your person could be potentially be any of those that you are dealing with. If you did enjoy your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, then don't forget to press subscribe. And if you press the notification bell, then it will let you know when I do post new content. Sorry, I just got distracted there because the Justice just popped up at the bottom. I left it on the table. So whatever decision you're going to be making as well, you are going to be making it fairly. Or make it fairly based on what is fair for you. Look at all the details and review it, and it will help you know that you've made the right decision regardless of what other people say. Right, thank you very much for joining me, Aries. Good luck, and yeah, I hope that you come and view my channel again. Thank you very much.